were not able to join us. Like I said, today, we're going to be working on lesson 5. I can use number bonds to show a story. We've been working on that all week. You guys are experts. Of course, you're going to need your handy dandy number bond today. Preferably in a clear plastic sleeve. If not, you can draw it on a whiteboard. Let's look at our warm-up this morning. This is counting the Say 10 way with our Reckon Rec. We can count with the Reckon Rec the same way we do our Say 10 push-ups. How many beads do you see? 10. Here's one more. That's what 10-1 looks like on the Reckon Rec. How many dots do we see? 10-1. Excellent. Now how many? Show me. 10-2. Let's do it together. 10-3. Oops, 3. Oh, it went backwards, trying to trick us. 10-2. 10-3. 10-4. 10-5. Oh, what happened? 10-4. 10-3. 10-2. 10-1. And we're done. Go ahead and get your handy dandy math book. You're going to open it up and turn to page 19. That's a 1 and a 9. I'm going to write it on the board. Yes, that's right, Nicole. In your book, it looks like this. Now, remember, whenever we do a story problem like this, we're going to read it, then draw, then write. So I'm going to read the whole story right here. Then I'm going to take it one sentence at a time. While you're finding your page, I'm going to read. Windsor, the puppy, had 5 juicy bones. He buried some of them in the yard and put some of them by his dish. Draw his bones. Okay, so that's what they're wanting us to do. Let's take it one sentence at a time because that was too much information for my brain to hold. So let's look and take it one sentence at a time. Windsor the puppy had 5 juicy bones. I'm going to circle that number 5 so I don't forget. 5 bones. He buried some of them in the yard and put some of them in his dish. Well, I think a way to help me remember this, maybe if I drew, kind of like what we did yesterday, if I drew a circle and put a Y for yard, and if I drew a circle and put a D for dish. Draw his bones. So he has 5 bones in all. I need to put some bones in the yard and some bones in his dish. Do that on your own and then raise your hand when you're ready. Oh, I was going to show you how to draw a bone. This is how I draw a bone. Are you ready? Watch me. I make 2 humps and I move over a little bit and I make 2 more humps. Then I do a curved line like this and a curved line like that. That's how I draw a bone. If you just want to draw a rectangle, that is A-okay. You can just draw a rectangle if you would like. Go ahead and draw your bones. Put some in the yard and some in the dish. Remember, he has 5 bones all together.
Good morning, Miss Kay.
Good morning, Carolyn. We are on page 19 in our math book. When you're done drawing, raise your hand and I'll let you share with me how many bones you put in the yard and in the dish. Okay. Nicole, how many bones did you put in the yard?
I put 2 bones in the yard.
Okay. And how many did you put in his dish?
I put 3.
Okay, so Nicole put 2 bones in the yard and she put 3 bones in the dish. Do 2 and 3 make 5? They absolutely do. Does anyone have something different they would like to share? Maybe you separated your bones a different, no, John, you need to raise your hand. Maybe you separated your bones a different way. Are we?
Mine is in the yard 1 and in the dish 4.
Okay, I'll do that. So, Ari put 1 bone in the yard and she put 4 bones in the dish for Windsor the puppy. Do 1 and 4 make 5? It sure does. Okay. Now I want to challenge you. Underneath where you drew your pictures, draw a number bond. You can draw your number bond any way you choose. You might choose to draw it like this. You may choose to draw it another way. Don't forget to use your path to connect your number bond. And if it helps you, label the number bond, the whole and the 2 parts with an H and 2 P's. Now, write the numbers, not the pictures, write the numbers in the number bond. Hold it up for me once you've done that. Hold it to your camera. That means I need your camera on so I can see. Are we? What's your question?
Are you supposed to be only writing the number bond or us too?
You do it. You make your number bond. Draw. This is how I drew. Huh?
What page?
It's on page 19. See up here? Hold it up when you're done. Awesome work, Anya. Fantastic. Love it, Nicole. Love it, Carolyn. Good job. I know other friends are still working, and that is absolutely fine. Everyone works differently. Great job, DJ. I'm going to write the numbers in mine. So I know that all together as a whole, Windsor had 5 juicy bones. So I'm going to write the 5 in my whole, and I'm going to keep this picture up here. There was 1 bone in the yard and 4 bones in the dish. So my number bond will look like this. Your number bond may not look exactly the same as mine. That's okay, because there's more than one way. Good job, Adeline. There's more than one way, good job, Smriti, to make 5. Good job, Arwi and Janyan and Nicole. Okay, I'm going to erase my board now, and we're gonna listen to not Miss Emily today, but the other lady, and my mind's going blank, I can't remember her name, that we normally listen to. So she's going to help us with our lesson.
Miss Hawkins.
Miss Hawkins, thank you so much. My mind went blank and I couldn't remember. So I am going to pull her up, and we are going to listen to her.
lesson. My name is Mrs. Hawkins, and today we are going to be using pictures and number bonds to show 5. So let's go ahead and begin. These are the materials that you are going to need for our lesson. You are going to need a blue and a red crown and your number bond template. So go ahead and push pause to go find your materials, then push play and we'll get started.
Okay. Whoop. I'll put this picture back up. You can just get your box of crayons if that helps you. Get your crayons and your number bond. Once you have both of these materials, give me a double thumbs up to let me know I'm good. I have my materials. I'm ready to go.
Miss Kate?
Hang on, Jonyan's raising his hand. Jonyan, what's your question?
I think my sister is using that thing that you see when you were waving
The clear plastic. You can draw it. You can just draw it.
My mom can't find it.
You can draw it, honey, on a sheet of paper or a whiteboard.
And
Okay.
I have I'm not sure if my red one.
Okay. It doesn't have to be red. You could use pink as a substitute. All right, meet your microphone. All right, are we? What's your question?
I have blue and red dry erase markers.
That works. Anya, what's your question?
You told us to put it in a cover, but how can we do it if we use crayons on the cover?
Well, maybe the crayons are for the problem set. Do you think? Maybe. All right, let's get started, friends. I want us to get started. So let's go. Whoop. Get started.
Then push play and we'll get started. do you notice about what's on the screen? Yes, there are 4 triangles and an empty number bond. I wonder if we could use these triangles to help us make a number bond. Do you remember some of the ways we learned to sort shapes earlier this year? Yes? Well, let's color 2 of our triangles blue.
So what you could do here is shade in, if you're using dry erase, shade in the triangles with your dry erase marker, and then the other triangles that are red, you're gonna leave them open.
And make 2 of them red. What would I do now?
Okay, what's her next step? So she's got 4 triangles, 2 are blue and 2 are red. What does she need to do? What's her next step? I want a friend to raise their hand and share that with me. Nicole.
Now we can turn the paper around where we can draw the numbers or the triangles in the number bond.
Okay, she's saying that we need to put the triangles into our number bond. Let's listen to Miss Hawkins and see what she thinks. Great job, Nicole.
Yes, we could sort them by color. Could we put the total number of triangles somewhere in my number bond? Yes. In which circle should I put the total number of triangles? Use your finger and point to which circle on the screen where my total number of triangles should go.
Okay, raise your hand and I want you to tell me. You point on your paper, but you can also raise your hand and tell me. Carolyn, where is the total number of triangles gonna go? In the whole or the part?
Whole.
Excellent. Carolyn says it's gonna go in the whole. The whole are where the 2 paths come together. Let's see if we're right.
Did you point to this one? No? Did you point to this one?
No.
Did you point to this one?
Yeah.
Yes. So I will draw them in our whole.
You do it too.
And 2 blue triangles.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it to give you a minute to draw yours. Remember, you can shade in 2 of them and then leave 2 of them blank. I love how my friends are working. All right, let's take a look.
Now where can I draw my set of 2 red triangles? Again, use your finger and point to where I can put the red triangles.
Oh, I've got an idea. You know what we could do? Show me whole or show me part. Where's she gonna put the red triangles? In the part. You're exactly right. Let's see if, well, I think you're right. Let's see if Miss Hawkins agrees.
Where did you point to? Good answers. draw my 2 red triangles in one of the parts. So I have a part here and my other part here. I'm going to go ahead and draw my red triangles in this part.
You go ahead and do it too.
Now where should I draw the blue triangles? Right here in the other part. So now I'm going to draw my 2 blue triangles in our other part. Please draw these groups on your number bond mat. Go ahead and push pause to do that now.
We don't have to. We've been doing it with her. Great job, friends.
You showed me how I can take my 4 triangles and make them into 2 groups of 2. 4 is the same as 2 and 2. Now help me write our triangle story using numbers in our number bond. So how many triangles do we have in our whole?
How many? Show me with your fingers. How many triangles are in the hole? Show with your fingers. Come on. All right, I see a lot of friends showing me 4.
4. So we will write 4 as our whole number.
You do it
You go
too.
ahead and do that too. How many red triangles do we have in one of our parts?
Show with your fingers after you've written your 4. How many red triangles are there? Are there 6? Are there 10? No, there's 2.
2. And how many blue triangles do we have in our other part?
Show with your fingers. How many blue? 2 again.
Yes, 2. We can write what we just did in a special number sentence.
Ooh, look.
4 is the same as 2 and 2. Why don't you go ahead and write your number sentence next to your number bond?
Okay, so look what she did. We learned a new phrase, number sentence. So instead of writing all those words, 4 is the same, we put an equal sign. And instead of writing the word and, we put a plus sign. So 4 equals 2 plus 2. It's the same thing as saying 4 is the same as 2 and 2. Write it in your number bond.
Let's try another one. I am going to add one more shape.
Okay, so we're trying another one. Erase your board completely so that it's nice and clean and pretty. And turn your number bond so that it's like Miss Hawkins. You do not need to draw these 4 triangles over here to the side. You don't need to do that. She's doing that so that you can see we're still using the 2 red triangles and the 2 blue. But get your whiteboard nice and clean, or your dry erase sleeve, and turn it so that it looks just like this number bond.
Shape.
Miss Katie.
Hang on. Yes?
Miss Katie.
Hang on, DJ. Let me get Jonyan real quick, and then I'll get you. What is it, Jonyan?
Should we try the number bond?
Yes. If you don't have the sleeve and to put it in, you need to draw it. DJ, what was your question?
Do we have drawn a straight line or go square? The same triangle.
Yeah, it's the same, sweetie. She'll show you. Okay. Let's look.
Before we start, I need you to make another number bond. So if you want, on the back of your template, or just on another blank piece of paper, go ahead and draw your number bond so that it looks just like mine. Go ahead and push pause and do that now.
We already did. We're good to go.
How could we sort these new shapes? What is your idea?
Okay, so she snuck in a circle right there. Huh. So now we've got triangles and circles and colors. How can we sort them? Who wants to share out? Raise your hand and I'll call on you. Smriti, what's one way you would sort these?
You can sort them by color so the circle can go with the red triangles.
Oh, I like that idea, Smriti. You can sort them by color and put all the red shapes together and then the blue. What's another way we could sort them? Is there a different way? Thank you, Smriti. Is there a different way? Ryan, what's another way?
The blue, the circle, and the blue together, and the red on the other side.
Okay, so I think what Ryan's saying is sort them by shape. Put the circle in its own part and the triangles in the other part. Let's see what Ms. Hawkins says.
Some are triangles and one's a circle. So we could sort them by being different shapes. What would my number bond look like if we do that? Oh, I'm hearing some great ideas. I heard one person say we can put our triangles in one part and our circle in the other part. So let's go ahead and do that.
So do what she's doing.
I'm gonna
Draw
put my
the
circle in
circle.
this part. And while I do this, why don't you draw your circle in one of your parts? Now I'm going to put my triangles in the other part. So we have one shape in this part and 4 shapes in this part. How many shapes do we have all together?
Okay. How many shapes? Show me on your hand. How many shapes do we have all together? Put your hand up at the screen so I can see. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of 5s. We have 4 triangles and 1 circle, which would make 5 all together. Let's see if we're right.
5. So let's draw the whole group of shapes on our number bond.
Okay, put them in the hole. I'm gonna pause the video so that you'll have time because she's going on super speed. Let's look. Oh, I paused it. So, take your time and you can draw all the shapes in the hole. I'll give us about 20 seconds to work on this. Great job, Smriti. Awesome, DJ. Seeing some friends are finishing up. This looks great. Let's listen.
let's write the numbers instead to show our story. So I have, how many triangles in this part?
How many?
4. So
4.
I'm going to take away my triangles and write the number 4.
So you do that too. See how she didn't erase her whole number bond? She only erased the part that she needed. So she's erasing the 4 pictures and writing the number 4. John-Yun, you do that too.
How many circles do I have in this part? 1. So I'm going to take away this circle and draw 1. 4 and 1 together makes what?
What does it make?
Very good. 5. So I'm going to erase my 5 shapes and replace it with the number 5. So go ahead and make your number bond look like mine. Go ahead and push pause to do that.
Well, you don't need to. Great
Now I
job,
can write my number sentence like this. 4 and 1 make 5.
Whoop. Okay, hold on. I'm
Now
gonna go
let's
back.
work on today's problem set. Looks like you are going to be doing the entire problem set. Now let's work on
hold
today's
on.
problem set. Looks like you are going to be 5.
Ah,
Now let's work on today's problem set. Looks like you are going to be doing the entire problem set.
I'm sorry, boys and girls. I'm just gonna write it up here because I can't get it to pause. So your number sentence is going to say 4, and we're gonna use the symbol that's the plus sign. 1 is the same as, we're gonna use equals, 5. That's our number sentence. Now you can get out your handy dandy math book. Make sure the lid is nice and tight on your marker that you used for your dry erase board, and you have wiped it clean. So everything's nice and neat and beautiful. Put those materials to the side where they belong, and open your book up to page 21, and it looks just like what's on the screen. I'm gonna write page 21 up here at the top, just in case you need it. And we're gonna take a look at this problem set. In our problem set, at the top we see some kitty cats, and at the bottom we see apples. The directions say, write the numbers to fill in the number bond. Boys and girls, they're wanting us to move away from pictures now. We're writing numbers, but that's great for us. We know just how to do that. Look closely and carefully at this first group of cats. I see one number in the number bond, the number 2. Who can raise their hand and tell me, why did they put number 2 in my number bond? Why did they do that? Smriti, why did they put 2 in there?
Because they're helping you with the first one, so they want, because in 2 cats are leaping, we have to put the other number in the hole.
Oh, I get you, Smriti. They're showing us that in this picture, there's, mute your microphone, Smriti. There are more than 2 cats, but 2 of the cats are leaping. So they're showing the 2 cats that are leaping, and how many cats are left that are not leaping? Show me with your fingers. How many cats are not leaping? 3, right? 1, 2, 3. So that's going to be my other part. My whole is going to be how many cats there are together. So 2 and 3 make what? Show me on your hand. What do 2 and 3 make? 5, exactly, 5. So that number is going to go in the hole. I want you to do these cats completely on your own. It's a little tricky, but I want you to do it on your own, and then we're going to talk about it. I'll give you a minute to do that. Do this box, just this box, on your own, right here. Give me a thumbs up when you filled in your number bond. Okay. Good job. I see some thumbs up. I see some friends still working, and that's okay. All right. Well, they put 5 in the, what part of the number bond is the 5 in? Show me on your screen. Is the 5 in the whole, or is the 5 in the part? The whole. Okay. So they're showing me that there are 5 cats all together. Wait a minute. All these cats are sitting. What am I supposed to do if all 5 of my cats are sitting? Raise your hand and help me. I'm a little confused. Landon?
You draw 5 in one circle and then 0 in the other circle.
Oh, so you're saying my 2 parts are going to be 5 and 0 because there are no cats doing something different. Thank you, Landon. That's great. Let's look down here at our apples. We're going to do this together. In this number bond, it's completely blank and it's turned, oh, all my number bonds are turning different. I see some apples here. First I have to think of how many apples I have as a whole. Remember, we write the whole where the 2 paths come together. How many apples do we have as a whole, boys and girls? Show me on your hand. How many apples do we have as a whole? Very good. I see 3. I'm going to write 3 in my whole where the 2 paths come together. Now, how do I put these 3 apples into 2 different groups? How do I do that? Are we? How do I do this?
So you put the 2 Aiden apples and the 1 not Aiden apples.
Oh, so 2 apples with the bite that are eaten and the 1 apple that does not have a bite. Very good. I want you to do the last picture on your own, and then we're going to talk about it. So I'll give you about a minute to work on this last picture on your own. Give me a thumbs up when you're done. Awesome. I'm seeing some friends with the thumbs up. That's great. So, who would like to share with me one way you wrote your number bond? Let's do Anya. What did you put, Anya?
I put 4 is made up of 4 and 0.
Wait a minute. What do I put? You gotta help me. There's 3 circles. What do I do?
You have to put a 4 in the one with the star above it.
Okay, do you remember what we call that circle?
The hole.
The hole. Thank you. Now, what did you say you did for your 2 parts?
In one of my parts, I put 4, and the other one I put 0.
Excellent. So, Anya's telling me that her hole is 4 because there's 4 apples. They're all the same, so she did 4 and 0. Is there another way I could have done my parts that's different? Yeah, I could. If I wanted to, I could say 2 and 2 and chopped them down the middle. Or I could have done 1 and 3. Now, don't forget to take a picture and submit this. I'm going to give you a challenge, okay? Now, it's your choice if you want to accept my challenge. I think each and every one of you can do this challenge. I want you to write a number sentence to go with each one of the number bonds. I want you to write a number sentence that matches the number bonds. That's your challenge. Okay, friends, thank you for joining me. You have a break now. You can have lunch, go to specials, and I will see you back at 12:45 for listening and learning. I'm excited about our story.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.